All right, it's time for another trading recap. As you may know, I've been working through the 150K Topstep Combine. Currently about 12 days in, this was my 12th day. And after today's session, well, I'm doing pretty good, very close to my target of $9,000 profit. So in this session, I really limited the amount of trades I took. And then once I had a nice little bag, again, similar to last week, I decided to size down to some micros. If I saw a setup I liked, I would take the trade on micros. It ended up being a pretty good session. We also had some good conversations in chat, like how to keep yourself from tilting. And so I wanted to make a recap to dive in to some of the trades and some of the conversations that went on today. I'm looking for us to hit this daily demand today, which is at 688. Below that, I mean, we've got a lot of room down. So we have daily demand. We do have this trend line, keep in mind, but below that, really, like in this gap here underneath 90-minute demand to 30-minute demand, there's a really chunky section there that could be pretty nice if your position is short and we get the momentum. Now to the long side, we got to crack previous day high, which is also pretty much Tuesday's high as well. And obviously I like to stay nimble and trade whatever way momentum's going. So let's have a great day. Markets are open. Okay, so through VWAP on both indices here, pushing higher, 972s on NAS. News item should be coming out in about 20 seconds. Okay, there's the news. A little reaction. If we hold up here, kind of like the long side. Watching ES here to make sure that holds as well. I'm gonna try to scalp long here. Don't know if we have the momentum, but we'll see. ES is getting a little bit of a buy up here off the lows. And that was pretty insanely close. Nvidia is pumping right now, which hopefully gives NAS a little bit of a help getting out of here. Long 20K is probably not the best idea here. I'm gonna flatten this, I think. If we don't get the pop here, just kill it for a quick loss. Okay, I'll hop out of that. I don't think my entry is very good. To me, I think the long side still looks good because ES is continuing to hold this. We might do a little sweep, but let's see if we can get back above 40, 44 there on ES, and then there might be a decent long setup on NAS. Yeah, there's a nice pop. I wish I was able to catch that, I guess. All right, so we have the futures open. This is what we're coming into now. We call it overnight highs. It's pretty much 20,068. Looking at price action, what do you see? I mean, it's just simple. It's just an uptrend. Like I said, news-driven environment, and good piece of news comes out, market's rallying. We broke through some resistance, which is good. You look at yesterday where we rejected, day before, if we start grinding higher, like we don't really have a lot of resistance in this entire section. There's like 100 points there where there's not really a lot stopping us. So I think this could turn into a larger trend day. But again, I would just wait for price to tell me that, It's certainly possible just to sweep previous day high and fall back to lows, or at least VWAP. That's certainly, I think, on the table too. I mean, look at the 5-minute. We could be putting it in a engulfing bearish candle here. And so it's not unreasonable to think we're just sweeping this and moving lower again. So again, this is what I was looking for, kind of a pullback to buy, but it feels less good. Looking at the 5 minutes, pretty strong candle there to the downside. Now that we're cracking this trend line, I would want to short. So nice little tap of VWAP there. That was nuts. That was a really fast move. As I was mentioning the possibility of it, we moved 100 points in less than 2 minutes. Maybe I'd still sell this. Should be right around, yeah, right around there, 40s. Do want to enter short here. Seeing if I can get in a little bit better. Maybe I can't. Again, like a couple ticks away from the stop out, just like on my other trade. A little disappointed I jumped the gun there on the entry. But so it's one of those situations where you can easily get the continuation down and you just miss the move entirely. You don't know that you're gonna get the pullback you want. So here's a nice move through VWAP. I will move to break even. This is a nice chunk of change here. And ES is at the lows, so maybe I will kill this. I'll go ahead and take it off. Just in case ES gets a little bounce here at the lows, which has gotten pretty much all morning. Again, don't really want to weather any more drawdown. So that was an interesting trade. Really close to being bad. I'm a little tempted to double dip. Nice little bear flag. I'm gonna do what I've been doing here and protect my profit. I'm gonna scale, like size way down. So I'm sizing down to 3 micros here. See if I can catch another move short. Ready for this flush, really trying to get through 40s on ES and really break some of this garbage. Work our way lower, but so far it's been getting bought up every time. Okay, VWAP still rejecting on NAS, which is good for my short. I would like to see VIX move a little higher. It's kind of stalled out here at 2090. I'm just gonna go ahead and move to break even. I don't really want to take a loss. I'm just gonna take the trade out for like $100. I think I like switching down to micros when I still like a setup, but I already made a decent bag. It served me well. Yesterday I took a $100 loss doing that. It keeps me from really giving back. I've definitely done that plenty of times where I like a setup, so I enter after I make like $1,000 and I keep my stop loss kind of tight because I'm like, well, I don't necessarily want to go down to like $600 if I'm wrong. You know, I'm not willing to risk the appropriate amount. And I'll get stopped out and then I'll get to move down. And then sometimes I get a little pissed. I'm like, well, I was right. I just kept my stop loss too tight, you know? So then it compounds bad decision making. So far, I think that might be the right move for me. How do you stop yourself from tilt? You really just have to close the platform and walk away. Accept that you're gonna have a red day, right? And that's hard to accept sometimes. There's some days where I'm like down at $1,000. I'm like, my analysis was kind of right. I missed a few plays, but I mean, like I could definitely get back to green. But it's really hard because you're trying to keep your losses to a minimum. So you're probably not having the best stop loss placement. You're just gonna get more pissed off. So you really just have to accept that, okay, today is a red day. That's okay. I don't need to make it back today. Tomorrow I start fresh. It's fine. I've been thinking about that. Like the last big red day I had, I was like, not really. I didn't want to accept that it was gonna be a big red day, you know? I was like, I can at least get it back to like minus 600 or something, you know? So, and then it goes down a slippery slope. Because like I said, you don't follow rules anymore, you know? You don't necessarily have good stop loss placement, etc. Yeah, sometimes the best trades are getting out for small loss, agreed. Being most pleased with some of my trading lately has been about not the big profit days, it's been managing the losers or managing the choppy days and keeping those really small. That's been the big wins for me, as opposed to the actual P&L wins. Well, we might get a pop here, and this is just really not ideal trading action for me. So I think we'll go ahead and end the stream here. It's 11:11, make a wish.